Let me lay the foundation of the next session, and then maybe we'll take a small break. Okay. Now we're going into the meat of the content. When we talk about trade and investment facilitation, this slide breaks it down to say trade. When we say trade, this is what we mean. When we say investment, this is what we mean. And these are the areas you have to go deeper into. When you say trade, trade is buying and selling. You need a buyer, you need a seller, you need to be able to manage those relationships. Under trade, you need to understand market access development. There are market access strategy that has to happen. Depending on if you're supporting, if it's your own business, you have to think about how do I promote my export product. But if you're supporting the government, you need to think in the context of export promotion, creating awareness about the things you want to export. US does it so well. African governments, not so much. And those are the conversations we have with them. On the investment side, you need to think about partnerships. How do you structure partnerships? How do you work in that space? How do you create a win-win scenario? How do you relate with investors? How do you also promote investment? Now, investment promotion could be as a private player to say, I have this project, I have this initiative. How do I position it to be able to attract investment? Or if you're in the government space, how do I attract investment into my country or into the region or into a city or into a particular, let's say, free trade zone or all of those things? There are particular projects we want to put up there for people to be part of. Underline all of these things, you have to understand the legal framework that holds these agreements up. Because in both spaces, you need a very, very strong legal framework, and you need all parties to be coming at it from the same mindset. And that's one of the gaps we see on the continent, is that people are signing things they may not even understand what they're signing. So that's why underpinning this, you have to understand the framework. You have to also have trade finance, like I shared before. In order for you to advance trade, in order for you to advance investment, somebody's going to pay for it. Somebody's going to bear the risks, the financial risks, because there are rewards, right? There are rewards to investment, right, in this space. And then trade policy management, when you think about the AFCFTA, how does it impact trade? How does it impact investment? And then trade information for both sides, you need that. And then trade and investment monitoring. A lot of times people start things and they don't check in to say all these interventions we put in place, all of these things we did, how effective was it? Okay, for me, for example, all of the trade with Africa summit, trade with Africa network, what trade deals emerge from those engagements? How do you monitor success? Checking in back on people, asking them all of that. And then our clients, how do we make sure that the interventions we put in place and the support we provided translates into real business opportunity for them? This is why we are different. A lot of things out there, there are people that have been doing events and doing things out there. I'm not into events. I'm a strategist. The event is part of a whole thing, a whole process we're trying to follow. So right now, I'm going to give you a 15-minute break, because when we come back, we're going to go deeper into each of these areas. But this is a good spot to stop. So please, can you be back? Okay, I'm going to give my time, but your time, 10, 15 minutes from now, which is about 10 minutes to the hour. So for me, it's 10 minutes to 11. And then when we get back, I'll go quickly deep dive. And then after we go deep dive into all of these concepts, we will open it for Q&A. So please, I hope you're capturing your questions, write it all out, okay? So we're going on a break. I'm going to stop sharing, and then I'll put in music, and we will be back in 15 minutes time, okay? Please be back on time, okay?